Hi, summer students. I'm so excited to meet you and welcome to the class. I am Professor Amy Vondrak. You can just call me Professor Amy. A lot of people have a hard time with my name Vondrak. I don't know why. So I'm really excited to meet you and I'm really glad that you're here at Mercer. College is a big step. A lot of you have probably already tried out some time at Mercer and I hope it's been going well. And you should be really proud of yourself for being willing to take on this challenge of coming to college, knowing that you're taking control of your life and your future and you're doing what you need to do to succeed. So I'm really excited that you're here. Summer class is short. We only have this class for about 5.5 weeks. So it is going to be really intense. It is a whole semester's worth of work that we are cramming into that time. So be ready to work hard. Let me tell you a little bit about what that means. That means that you need to be checking into Blackboard and checking your email like every day. Do a little bit every day. If you wait until the end of the week, you're going to be miserable and it's not going to work out well for you. So that also means you should make a schedule. Now, I know I am terrible at time management. Some people do time management really naturally. They just always know what time it is and always know how long things are going to take and they stay really on top of stuff. I know I am not one of those people and maybe you are not either. So it really helps to make a schedule. Figure out when you're going to do your work each and every day. You don't need to set aside a 2-hour block to do your work. In fact, most of us can't concentrate for that long anyway. So figure out a time in the morning when you can work for like 30 minutes, a time in the evening when you could work for 30 minutes, or a few times throughout the day when you can get that kind of work in. There are going to be times when you need a bigger chunk, like when you're writing an essay. So think about that as well. But start by just figuring out when you're going to do your work every day so that you have a sense of how these next 5 weeks, 6 weeks are going to roll out for you. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the class and then give you a quick tour of Blackboard. So this is your composition class. There's a good chance you're also in a reading class. And the two classes work together pretty well. We do a lot of very similar things because reading and writing are connected. We don't in this class have any quizzes. We don't have tests. We don't have worksheets. It is all reading and writing. That is what you do. You read and you write and you talk and discuss and you build knowledge. You create knowledge that is going to help you understand life and make sense of the world and, of course, become a better reader and writer. One of the things that's really important in this class, because it's all about building knowledge, is your full participation. So we are going to have weekly class meetings. I'm planning to have them from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock and 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock on Tuesdays. But we will change that if we need to, if nobody can make those times or if those times are difficult. You need to attend either one of those, not both. So just choose one of those. That is starting next week. This week, we're going to just have short meet and greets to get to know each other. So here on Blackboard is the announcements page. And the top announcement is the links to all the different meetings that we're going to have this week. You only need to go to one of them. Please send me an email letting me know which one you're going to go to. And that email should be like properly formatted. So it should say something like, Dear Professor Amy, it's nice to meet you. I'm going to go to the meeting Monday at 1 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you then, and your name. It's really important that you learn how to format emails like that. Once you get to know your teachers, you can probably be a little more personal and conversational in email, but at first you should be more formal because some teachers really want you to be formal. So pick a time and let me know what time you're going to come to. And that is step 1. Step 2 is to join Remind. I think I said Remind was step 1. Oops. It's okay. So Remind is a texting app that enables us to text each other. You can text me, I can text you, and we don't have to trade phone numbers. I use it all the time to send reminders. Sometimes stuff happens and I need to change the schedule, and I'll send you a text. And a lot of times students really like it because you can ask me a question. So I will have office hours on Thursdays where you can just drop in on Teams and ask a question, but a lot of students prefer not to have to wait until Thursday. If you have a question about something, you want to be able to text me. I can't promise that if you text me at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday night, I'm going to reply right away, but I do answer text pretty quickly. So if you're like, I can't open this link, or I don't know what to do with this assignment, or whatever, you can send me a text. So please join Remind. You can download the app. Just text the message, this message here at Professor Amy's to 81010, and you'll get instructions for how to join Remind. Okay, let me give you a quick tour now of Blackboard. And what I'm going to show you, I'm guessing a lot of you are probably a little bit used to Blackboard by now, but if you're not, I'm just going to give you a quick overview. Mine looks a little different from yours because you know what, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it from my teacher view to the student view. Okay, here's more what it looks like for you. So on the left here are all the key things that you need for the class. One thing is the syllabus. Go take a look at the syllabus. It has the guidelines for the class. It has the kind of learning you're going to do. It has the grade system and all that kind of stuff in it. Your syllabus is always an important part of your class. A lot of times teachers will expect you to read the syllabus on your own and just know what's in it. It's kind of like an agreement for a class. So it's almost like it's like a contract for how the class is going to run. And some teachers will even give you a quiz on the syllabus. I don't. But do take a look at the syllabus. It's right there, and it has all the guidelines for the course. You do not need to buy a book for this course. Everything is right here in Blackboard, but you really should have a notebook because you're going to be taking lots of notes and doing lots of writing. Obviously, you need good internet. If you have problems with internet, if you do not have reliable internet, please let me know. Or if you need a computer, this college can probably help you with that as well, so let me know. Do not try to do this class on your phone. Do not. Not going to work. Do not imagine that you can do this class on your phone. There is a Blackboard app, but it doesn't work very well. It doesn't show a lot of the stuff that's actually in the class. I've had problems with the Blackboard app before. Please do not rely on the Blackboard app. I had a student using it, and that student was not turning in assignments because they just weren't showing up on the app, and he was like, why am I failing? Like, because you haven't turned in the assignment. So anyway, don't use the app. Blackboard is much better on an actual laptop or a computer. Blackboard is wonky on a Mac. So if you are using a Mac, you are probably going to run into some problems. I can try to help you solve those, but let me know when stuff comes up. Okay, so check out the syllabus. You do not need a book. You do need reliable internet access, and all of our readings are going to be in Blackboard. So right here is the lessons folder, and that's where everything is. Let's go there. Okay, so here you see the lessons folder. All semester long, this writing stuff folder is there. We can talk about that more later, but that's stuff to help you with your assignments. And every week, you're going to have a list of things to do like this. Okay, and it's going to be like step by step. Here's your readings, here's your videos, here's your activities, here's the stuff that's graded. So that gives you an overview of the whole week, and there's links right here to all the stuff. This is also a folder. This is like the top of the folder, and you can go into the folder to see this stuff. So I'm going to go into the folder, and here we see everything that you need for this week. So here's a video about annotating. Please watch that video before you do the reading. And it's a good idea to like skim over the reading before you start trying to annotate it. So be prepared to read more than once, but the readings are not super long. Here's links to the readings. And if you click here, you'll just go right to the reading. And I wanted to show you something particularly about this one. So this reading, how much has your zip code determined your opportunities? That one has links to a few other readings. You don't have to follow those links. You do not have to. Right, so the reading says, if you go through the reading, it says, students, read the entire article. You don't need to do that. You can, it's pretty interesting. It's cool, it's like multimedia, and it's like click, it's cool, but you don't have to. But you will be answering these questions in your first discussion board, right? So I'll show you that in a minute, but you will be answering those questions. Another link in this reading is there's the comments, which are cool and interesting to read. You can look at those. And there's this link. It says, enter your county in the field that says choose your county in this opinion piece. Again, you don't have to do that, but it's really interesting if you do. It gives you some pretty cool data about Mercer County if you want to do that. Okay, so let's go back to the lessons folder. So there's your 2 readings. Here is your week 1 discussion board. So this here gives you some of the guidelines for the discussion board. Discussion boards are really important. You'll have at least 1 discussion board every week. They're worth 10 points each. And in order to get full credit on the discussion board, you need to do all the stuff. You need to write a good full answer, and you need to comment on other students' answers and reply to students who comment on yours. So if we were in class, we would be meeting hours a day and we would be talking a lot, and we can't do that because we're online. So the discussion boards are a way for you to connect with other students and to develop your reading, your ideas about the reading. All of your essays are, it's called scaffolded. That means that you have a series of assignments, a series of like shorter writing assignments that lead up to the essay. So you'll never get an essay that's just like out of the blue, right? You'll have already done writing for that essay, and your essays will always start with a discussion board. So you have 3 essays in the course of this very short semester. And they will always start by doing some writing on the discussion board, and then maybe some other kind of sort of informal kind of lower stakes writing assignment, and then you're going to draft, and then you're going to revise, and then you're going to turn it in. We will always do that. So if you do a lot of writing in the discussion board and you do a lot of writing in your other practice assignments, that makes your essay much easier. You will already have a bunch of writing done by the time you get to your essay, and that is on purpose because that's the kind of technique that you should use when you're in English 101 and your other college classes. It is horrible. You probably know the experience of sitting down to write an essay and you're like, oh my God, I have no idea what to say. This technique gets rid of that problem. So here's a discussion board. So to go to the discussion board, you just click right here where it says week 1. You say create thread, and you do your writing right there in that. You give it a subject, give it like a meaningful subject, something interesting, and you do your writing and you click submit, and that's your discussion board. Okay, let's go back to the one last thing I want to show you, and that is your assignment for this week and the Dropbox. Okay, so this week you're going to be reading and annotating, and you're going to share some of your annotations, and that means that we'll watch the video, but you're going to be highlighting and taking notes on important quotes from the reading, and you're going to be putting those things in a document and writing a little bit about each of the quotes that you think is important. That is one of the things that feeds into your essay. So once you've created your document, and in our meet and greet this week, we can talk about ways you can access Word. If you don't already have it, you can get to it really easily through your Mercer mail. You're going to come here to where it says upload your file, and this is called a Dropbox. Okay, it tells you the due date. You can write your submission right there, but don't do that. Blackboard is quirky and wonky, and it is really easy to write a whole big thing there and then it just disappears. You go to submit it and it vanishes. Don't do that. It's awful. Don't rely on it. Instead, come here to where it says Browse Local Files. You click there, and you can upload your file. Just double click on your file, and it'll upload. I'm not going to do it because I'm not turning in the assignment. And then you click Submit. And let me show you Submit. Wait, I need to move this. Right, you see at the bottom of the screen there, it says Submit. You click Submit, and that is how you turn in your assignment. So make sure you are comfortable using the Dropbox. If you have any questions about how to use that, just let me know. Or if you have any other like technological questions about Blackboard or anything else about how the class is going to work. Okay, I think that's about it for now. We will talk more this week in our meet and greets, and I'm really excited to meet you. Have a wonderful day.